This wasn't your first time coming back here, right?
Oh, no.
Why so much animosity still?
I'm not the one to ask. I'm not the one to ask.
Were you surprised at all that they still were booing you?
No, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Why? Why not? Just fans being fans?
It's Indiana for you. So who's your team?
Do you, in some weird way, do you appreciate the boos? That they still remember? They still. I mean, basketball's huge here, as you know. So.
You know what? Someday I'll do a tell-all, and I'll tell the leading events of how I left Indiana. And I promise you, I'm not the one to boo.
You want to share the teaser tonight?
Nah, I'm not gonna share the teaser. I'm not gonna share the teaser. I like being the villain. I'm here 2 nights out of the year. The people that they should boo is here a lot longer than I am.
Do you expect that feeling to always be there from fans as you continue to come back because you were here for such a long time?
Do I expect that feeling?
Yeah, this game to always mean a little something more to maybe you and them, just because of the history you had together.
Yeah. Well, I mean, given the circumstances, I always want to win when I come here, and I always enjoy playing it here. So you put those two together, and I'm gonna compete every possession to try to get a win.
Do those boos, you kind of feed off of those? I mean, early in the game, start to find your rhythm. I mean, did you feel like that helped in any way, or has it in the past?
You know what? It brings incentive when moments are dead. It brings energy when moments are dead. It brings an aggression when moments are light. And I feed off it. So it's fun. It makes the game that much more fun to compete.
Now, being in LA, being home, has it been everything you would have hoped at this point for you guys?
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. I get to spend Christmas in California, and I haven't done that since college. My kids get to grow up with cousins. My mom gets to grow up around, or my mom's grandkids get to grow up around their grandparents. It's bigger than me just being home. It means a lot to me being around my niece and nephews, being around my parents. It just means a lot more than a location that I'm at. I'm back home.
What was going through your mind when you put your finger over your mouth to the fans?
They got tired of booing. Fourth quarter came around, and I cooled off because I didn't hear any more boos.
You've kind of been in Vic's shoes a little bit with an injury, being out for a while. What advice have you given him or talked to him about?
Yeah, well, I talked to him briefly after the game, and I just told him, come back on your own time. Whenever he returns, just make sure he's healthy. He's got a long career, hopefully healthy, super healthy career, and he's got a lot upside going forward. I think Vic hasn't scratched the surface. He's really good, so I want him to be comfortable when it's his time to come back.
He's a guy that's grown up and worked hard, and because it hasn't come easy for him, just like you.
It hasn't. And with Vic, you saw potential, you saw the stardom, but then what you don't see is the work ethic and the will to want to get better. A lot of guys come and go. The ones that stick are the ones that have the will to get better.
Playing with Kawhi, the handful of games you guys have had together this season, has it been everything you hoped it would be?
Absolutely.
Have you guys ever talked about what it might have been like to have a chance to play here in Indiana together? The fact that he got drafted here a handful of years ago?
No, that's just an untold story. It's been an untold story. It's a bittersweet story. It's on one hand, it's what if and what could have, and on the other hand, with that trade happening, I met a long and a lifetime brother in George, and it's a bittersweet trade that happened that night.
You still hear it from fans here, but what do you think Wednesday night will be like for Kawhi when it goes back to Toronto?
The opposite of what it was like tonight.
Going back to what you were saying earlier, Kevin and all of them have often said it was a gun punch. When you did what you did, how do you kind of see that when you hear that?
Well,
when that's their perspective.
You're getting close to trying to get this story out, aren't you? That's his side of the story. I'm not going to badmouth KP. That's just Kevin's side of the story.
All right, last question.
Hey, did you give Vic some advice when rehabbing? Go someplace warm. Is that what you told him at one point?
No, I thought Miami was a great location. When the Pacers gave me that opportunity to go back home and rehab in LA, and kind of clear my mind from being in Indiana around the team. At moments, they let me go back home to LA and rehab and be around family. So I thought that was awesome. They gave him opportunity to kind of clear his head and go through that process in a warm climate. And, you know, it worked. You know, the sun does amazing things on the body.
Everything you're seeing is on the right. He's on the right track. Then.
Absolutely, I think so. He's practicing, so that's the right track.
Can't wait to play him against him.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports analysis and highlights, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.